Wonder Woman director is not signed on for a sequel. Plus, Justice League Dark and Batgirl want to start production this fall. That plus a lot more on today's fandom news. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Fandom News, where we're going to run down this week's top news in pop culture. My name is Mike.
My name is Crystal.
My name is Bernie.
Hey, Bernie's back too.
Hey.
Yeah,
All
boo.
right. He was in the jungles of South America.
The mascara. Just
checking out all that stuff. All right, let's move on. So let's go ahead and start with topic number 1. So last week we mentioned that Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins are signed on for a Wonder Woman 2. Well, it turns out that only Gal Gadot has signed on. So the Wrap is reporting that WB felt that they should hold off on signing Patty Jenkins until they see the reception that Wonder Woman was going to get. So now that WB has its first non-divisive DCEU film, negotiations with Patty Jenkins will start. So thoughts on Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins not being signed on for a sequel? Chriselle, what do you think?
Oh man, I was telling Mike earlier when I heard this news, it was just like, really? Now they have to pay a lot of more money to get her, you know. I thought they had her already. It turns out only Gal got signed for the second one, and that would be funny if none of them wouldn't be signed out. But the good thing is that she has to be back, and they know that. And she did an amazing job with Wonder Woman, and they have to get her back. I know they're gonna cost them more to get her because Wonder Woman 1 it was good. For Wonder Woman 2 will be I think she's gonna ask for more money. Absolutely. At this point to get signed up, and that's a mistake that they did. They took a risk no signing up for the second movie. I think it would be better if they would sign up for 2 or 3 movies, and then if they didn't work out or something, just like buy out the contract, you know. But now that they did this mistake, they have to get her, and she knows she did an amazing job, and she's gonna ask for more money. If I was my thing, I would say I go and do the second one, just give me more money.
Bernie.
I agree with Crystal on this one. I think that was a kind of a big mistake that WB made. I think it just goes to show how much confidence they have in their directors. Because they did like Mike did say in the news that it was like they were just waiting to see what the reception was for Wonder Woman, and if it was good, then we'll continue with Patty Jenkins. You know, I feel like as a director, I wouldn't go as far as to say insulted, but I would feel kind of bad. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think it would be great if they do have Patty, if they get Patty Jenkins back on, because she did do a great job, and you know, from a lot of the reception we've been getting, Wonder Woman does seem to be one of the best movies that the DCEU has made, and it would be a big mistake for them not to get her back. But like I said, if I was Patty Jenkins, I think I would charge WB a hell of a lot of money to have me back, because it's like I did the best job out of everyone here. I think I should be getting paid a lot. Yeah.
So Patty Jenkins to me right now is going to be what is it? Scrooge McDuck just swimming in money? Is that what it? Oh, who is it? She's gonna be getting. Yeah. I mean, you know, that was a risk that WB decided to take, and you know, for whatever reason, I get what they mean, that you know they were, hey, let's slow down. Maybe this director's not gonna hold on. They're not gonna do a good job or whatever. But I guess also again, it shows maybe not being too confident on the directors that they're choosing. But again, it might have also been easier just to buy out her contract, like Michelle said. So it might have been like, all right, well, look, we'll sign you for 2 films, 3 films. If it doesn't work out, we'll buy you out, whatever. You know, that might have still been cheaper. But yes, Patty Jenkins is allowed to ask for how much money she needs and to ask for as much creative control as she wants, because
in the end,
she has now earned it. She's earned it. So, and I think that's what her team is going to be doing. I think now her team is going to be focused on, let's get creative control. Let's be able to now tell our story without, you know, being able to, she's going to just be more creative control. She's going to ask for more creative control, and she deserves it. She's going to, obviously, more money, because that was, you know, WB has money, obviously, but that was a risk that they're willing to take. And I think they knew and said, look, if we sign her for 1 film and if film is good, we're gonna have to pay a lot of money.
Mhm.
And I think they knew that. I think they're a smart company. I think
Well,
they
they
knew that.
made a lot of money with the Wonder
They
Woman
did.
1.
So they
and
can afford to pay her too.
Yeah, so let's say that probably they have the money right now to sign for the second one.
Sure.
So I wouldn't be super concerned about the money wise with them, but they made that mistake.
Yeah. You have. You want that?
Well, I mean, if you think about it this way, I mean, since she did make them a lot of money off this Wonder Woman, and we're only on the second week.
Yeah.
We're only on the second week. I went to go watch yesterday. When I went to go watch it, the theater was still packed. And I think as weeks come along, there's still going to be a few people going to watch the movie maybe a second, third, or fourth time. And in the end, I mean, like you guys said, I don't think it doesn't matter how much money they go on and spend on her now, because in the end, with that movie, she's probably going to make them the money back.
Oh, absolutely.
Might even double it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it'll be worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think now what Patty Jenkins is gonna probably focus on, besides money, because she knows she's gonna get at least triple what she was making.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even more. So she knows she's gonna get the money. But I think now her team is probably gonna focus on creative control. I'm gonna say maybe having her more of an input of a, you know, how should Wonder Woman be when it comes to the team with the Justice League? Maybe having her have an input with how, you know, with the Justice League 2. Now, hey, we're gonna have to have an input from Patty Jenkins and see how she wants Wonder Woman being portrayed now.
Yeah.
And so I think her team is gonna focus more on getting some of that in the contract more than the money, because they know they're gonna get more money. I think that's not even a question. They're gonna get more money, and you know. But I think creative control is probably gonna be at the top of their list. I'm going to say, but she deserves it. And if WB decided,
and Wonder Woman deserves it.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah. If WB decided that they were gonna gamble it, well, sometimes you lose, and you have to pay for a little bit more. But you know, it is what it is. She deserves it. So, all right. Anything else to add for this? All right, so let's move on. So our next news is a spoiler for Spider-Man Homecoming. So obviously you have not watched Spider-Man Homecoming, but if you do not want to get spoiled, check down the description below. Move on to topic number 3. There's a timestamp there. You can click on that. But if you don't mind being spoiled, or if you want to get spoiled, or whatever it is, then we're going to start right now with topic number 2. So when Sony added Zendaya to the cast of Spider-Man Homecoming, many thought that she was going to play Mary Jane Watson. So now it turns out that her character has a name. Zendaya will be playing a character named Michelle Thomes, which will make her related to the film's main bad guy, the Vulture, whose real name is Adrian Thomes. So thoughts on Zendaya's character in Homecoming. Bernie, what do you think about this?
I'm actually going both ways on this piece of news. From what we've been talking about the last couple of weeks with Spider-Man Homecoming coming up, we've been talking about the trailers, we've been talking about all these, you know, pieces of news that we've been finding out, this new tech, everything about Spider-Man that we know so far. I feel like I've always been repeating myself and kind of saying that they're kind of spoiling it a little too much for us. I feel like they're just kind of just throwing the movie in our face for us to go watch. I mean, you don't even have to, I feel like they don't have to spoil it as much for us to go watch it, because we already know it's going to be a great movie. But I think it's I was going through on Twitter, and I was going through the moments and everything like that, and I see that, oh hey, Zendaya is gonna be Vulture's daughter in the movie, and I was like, wow, that kind of spoiled it for me. But I think it is something great that they're adding to the movie as well, because it provides a lot of like plot points, a lot of like kind of like theories now that I'm having. I mean, I was obviously thinking, I was like, okay, well maybe Spider-Man, or maybe Tom Holland, Peter Parker, is gonna be friends with Zendaya in the movie, and
that's what it looks like. Yeah.
And like maybe he's gonna fight the Vulture, and maybe he's gonna be put in jail or even die. You know, in the movie, and maybe it'll lead to some great character building and some great tension between him and what's her name again?
Michelle Thomes.
Michelle. Between Peter and Michelle, and maybe she'll end up being the Vulture someday and having to get revenge on him. You know, just kind of like how we've seen the whole Peter and the Harry Osborn in the Sam Raimi trilogy, or in the Amazing Spider-Man. I feel like they're gonna kind of go the same route, maybe, or I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of like paths that they can go with that.
You know what? I
think is really interesting.
Yeah, I didn't think about that you brought up, that the fact that they can kind of be doing the whole Harry Osborn and Norman Osborn type of relationship here with these two characters. So yeah, you know, when they first said that she was gonna be playing Mary Jane Watson, I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, you know. But then they showed us the first trailer, and I was like, No,
No.
she's not Mary Jane Watson. She looks a little bit more rugged. She looks a little bit more, I guess, dirty.
Gangsta, bro.
Yeah, gangsta, dirty. I don't know what you want to use, but she looks a little bit more, hair's a little bit messy. She looks like a little troublemaker. You know what I mean? So then they said, okay. So then they said, oh, she's gonna be playing, a relative. Did you hear daughter? I just heard relative.
Well, I mean, I'm automatically assuming that's
Okay.
that's his daughter because it's a last name, and then they kind of. I feel
It could
like
be an uncle.
Oh well,
Something. I don't know. I mean, so
relative.
it's gonna be related. That we know that for sure. So then when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay, this could be interesting. Obviously, you have Peter who has to go against the Vulture, who, which there can be some drama there with his friend. I'm assuming that's gonna be his friend. Michelle's probably gonna be her.
They
part
do
of that
exchange a few lines in the trailers,
so
like we seen.
So but I do agree with you where I have, especially trailer 2, and I've said this plenty of times, especially trailer 2, I've seen that they've just been spoiling the movie to me. So then this news, I'm like, all right, I'm already spoiled as it is. I might as well just hear this news. So then I just kind of went for it too. And I'm also a guy that, I could hear spoilers and it wouldn't ruin a movie to me unless it's a major surprise. I'm like, man, maybe I shouldn't have heard that, but I'll still enjoy the movie. So this one to me doesn't act like a major surprise to me. I think the fact that they're gonna have it kind of related, I'm kind of. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It's okay. So to me, it's okay. It does lead to a lot of interesting plots that they can use. I do like the Harry Norman idea just because it's been used a lot already. That having something different there, it can be interesting. Chriselle?
Well, I just when I heard this, I was thinking of it's gonna be when they say related. I was with Bernie. Would be a daughter, would be a cousin, would be a sister that we didn't know. Or someone, but in the related, they're gonna make them related, or to me, it also makes me think probably they are related, but maybe they don't know each other, or they're gonna find out eventually.
Well, that could be it too. I'm your father or something like that.
Yeah,
While Spider-Man is killing him or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know, and it's just that's the interesting part for me. So they're gonna make it related, but if they gonna know each other or know each other, because if Adrian Thomas, when he was younger, the parents die already, so he grew up with his older brother, and then they passed for a bunch of things and stuff like that. But also I remember a little bit in the movie that the Vulture is going into this business, and he's breaking stuff and blah blah blah.
On the trailers, you mean?
Yes, on the trailers. So also I was the other day reading something, and it reminded me a little bit of that, because I read when the Vulture went into his own company and started breaking a lot of stuff. So I was just thinking, are they gonna do it a little bit in the comics with the storyline? So how is gonna be placing this Michelle Thomas into this character? It's just a lot of questions on my head right now.
Yeah, I mean, all right, so you guys have anything else to add on this?
No.
All right, so let's move on to topic number 3. So if you're back from spoilers, sorry, thank you for coming back from spoilers.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys.
Hi.
So DC is looking to start filming Titans as early as this fall. So no casting has been announced, but we do know that the show will feature Nightwing, Starfire, Raven, and Beast Boy. DC is on a deadline as the show needs to be ready by sometime in 2018 to debut with the new WBDC's digital streaming service. So thoughts on the new Titans TV show? So Bernie, what do you think about this?
I think it's great. I think that for the amount of news that we're getting for this Titans show, I think they're moving along quite normally. It's not going too fast. It's not going too slow. I feel like a 2008 release date's actually not bad at all.
No, it's doable.
I absolutely love the characters they're putting in. They're staying true to the lore, to the show, to the cartoons that we've seen. I believe the only person missing is just Cyborg, right?
Yeah. And they have bigger plans for Cyborg.
Yeah.
Well, this is TV actually, now that I think about it. So that's different.
But I think it would be a great advantage for them to kind of tie this into the DC universe, just because we've already had shows before with the DC universe. We'd have Arrow, The Flash, Gotham. We have all of those that they're not tied at all. They have nothing to do with the DCEU. And I think this would kind of be like an opportunity for them maybe to set aside a show that could involve it, because we are getting Nightwing in this show.
Yes, we are, and we also are getting a Nightwing movie.
So I feel like they would kind of be like they should take advantage of this, you know. But I think other than that, I think the piece of news that we're gonna get this show already in 2010, I think it's great. I was talking to Mike earlier, and when they said that they were gonna release it on the streaming service, I feel like that's already confirmation enough for us, because I believe the last time we talked about the DC streaming service that they want to that they're thinking of incorporating, I thought it was just we assumed it was just a rumor because it wasn't necessarily confirmed. But I think now that they're already selling a release date for this show and on the streaming service, I think it's great.
Yeah, I think that pretty much confirms it too. To be honest, Chriselle?
Well, the only thing that stands out more for me that we know already that we were getting the Titans and the Nightwing, Starfire, Raven, and the Beast Boy was going to be there. So to me, it just like gets my attention sometime in 2018. So I'm just thinking right now that for about this time that we should have more news about it, because we are already in the mid of 2017 and time is going by fast, if you ask me. So I think they should get more stuff set up for this show, and they have to start like filming already by this point, because it's a TV show, so TV shows has to start recording like without head of time, you know, because of the show that they have to put. But it's just like, to me, it sounds like they have like been postponing some stuff that they have already had done.
Well, I'm gonna agree with Bernie on this one. I think they're right on schedule. I think sometime 2018 can mean
maybe
fall.
December,
I'm assuming they're going to be shooting for fall of 2018. I think they're right on schedule, to be honest with you. I think TV doesn't take as long to film as a movie does. I think movies, you usually see them out there for a lot longer. I think TV, you can get them filmed pretty quicker, especially because you're not involving a lot of what is it, CGI or anything like that. And if you are, it's kind of like cheap TV
more
CGI.
Yeah, it's more limited budget, so it's less to work with.
But remember, in here is like they are saying that this is looking to start filming Titans as early as this fall.
Oh, you're talking about castings and
about the casting and stuff like that. I'm thinking, I agree with that. Okay, it's cool, but we should have a little bit more. You know. Now,
if I hear a story tomorrow saying, oh, well, they're not sure where they're going to want to take this Titan story, then yes, I would be worried, but I think they're probably already have the first episodes, or at least the first season already planned out and written. I'm going to assume. And now it's just like, and the casting shouldn't take that long. You know, I'm assuming they're already near pre-production level and to start filming. So, but if they're not, then yes, they are in trouble. But what were you saying about the digital streaming service, Bernie? That I wanted to put it in there. What were you mentioning about the digital streaming service?
That's kind of like basically a confirmation, because I believe the last time we talked about it, it was still kind of like a rumor.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. But actually, I'm gonna move on to the Nightwing thing that you were mentioning. So I agree with that what you were saying, that maybe we should have a show that does take place in the DCEU, because I think it's gonna be pretty interesting where this show is going to land. Is it going to be just like the Arrowverse, where there's just going to be everybody's in that universe, or is it going to be like Gotham, where it's by itself?
We've already kind of had that. We've already had the just a standalone show. We've already had the Flash, the Arrow, all these shows now kind of working together. The DCTV,
the DCTV is kind of like their own universe now.
And now we're having the DCU. I feel like that's where I think that this is where it's going. Like I don't want it to be repetitive, and it's something that no other universe has done. Think about it. Has the Marvel universe done it? I guess with Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Kind of.
And technically the Netflix stuff is in there, even though they don't really hint too much at it. They'll throw some stuff here and there at it. But yeah, being involved like crazy in there, no, they're not like this. So I guess it would be interesting to see where this lands, especially if you're gonna have two Nightwings.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's gonna cause a rift.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you might as well just cast somebody who for Nightwing to do both the TV and movie. I don't know. Money. I guess I guess it really depends.
hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know what to think about that. If anything, I hope it's not its own thing. I hope it actually fits in the Arrowverse.
Okay.
If it doesn't want to
Okay.
do the DCEU, I hope it goes into the Arrowverse. I think just because that
not
one
standalone.
No,
That's where we're going. No standalone.
No, because we already have so much things going over there in the Arrowverse. I think it's just so cool that they can
incorporate
that there too. But
either way is fine, basically.
either way is fine. I mean, if they were to do the Gotham route too, where it's just by themselves, and I just hope they don't take that as many liberties as Gotham does, because Gotham's not even following any comics at this point. Gotham's not even finding. I mean, what they want to turn somebody
They don't
Harley
care,
Quinn,
dude.
and they don't. They're really just throwing the comics out the window at this point with with the Gotham TV show.
Yeah.
So I hope they don't do the Gotham way, where they're just kind of taking their own liberty and just throwing everything. I do hope that they're at least hinting at some stuff that is known in the comics and stuff for us. But I don't know. You guys have anything else to add about this? No. All right, we're good. Let's move on to topic number 4. So while Game of Thrones Season 7 may only have 7 episodes, new reports suggest that Episode 7 of Season 7 will be approximately 80 minutes long.
Yikes.
While the shortest episode will be 50 minutes long, which will be Episode 4. So thoughts on Game of Thrones Season 7 getting longer episodes than expected? Chriselle, what do you think?
Yes. I'm super, super excited for this news because I was sad when they announced that we're going to get only 7 episodes. So, but now that they put in a longer time, I think it's just like pay off for those 7 episodes that we're going to have. Like, I'm not like any worry or anything because they will not have content. I'm just like expecting the best because every single episode that I watch from Game of Thrones is just like I want to see more every single time. So I know they're gonna still put in out there the best of they can do, and I'm just like happy and excited for it. Just like I want to see them.
Yeah, I'm actually very excited with the Season 7 Episode 7 deal. The 80 minutes long. It's not quite moving, but it's not a TV show.
Yeah.
So
it's in between.
It's in between. So to me, it's like they have something massive planned for that.
Yep. Maybe
Massive.
like a cliffhanger or something, right?
Maybe a cliffhanger, but I think they have a massive battle. I think that's going to be the massive ending to the season. Just because 80 minutes long, you're gonna have
you're adding all this extra content.
Yeah,
right?
you're adding all this extra stuff. So it's definitely exciting to hear that. All the other episodes are kind of lining up with the hour, except for episode 4, which is about 50 minutes, but it's still like that. So the last one is the one that's gonna be the 80 minutes long. That does sound encouraging. That does sound exciting. It does sound like they're gonna have something huge planned for that.
Oh
episode.
yeah. You have a lot of stuff going on right now on Game of Thrones, like a lot of stuff going on. So it will be like kind of like rushing it to put in like 60 minutes or less than that. It will be like super like cutting off little stuff here and there and more because this is one of the battles more expecting that we are like want to see it. So it just like is gonna pay off. I
actually I'm glad that you mentioned that. I do agree with that adding extra 20 minutes is not gonna do us as fans any harm. We will watch those extra 20 minutes, especially if we're already so invested in the series, which is already Season 7. We're already invested in so invested in this franchise that we will stick around for the 20 more minutes, especially if you're already in that, once that 60-minute mark hits, you're probably already starting that escalation to something bigger that us as fans are already anticipating. We're like, all right, it's coming, and it might be like the last 20 minutes is just pure brutality and murder and all that stuff. So it can be crazy. Bernie, you have anything to add?
Well, I agree with you guys. I think that if they add like an extra 20 minutes, I think fans of the show, I don't necessarily watch the show, but I mean, if I would relate this to any show that I watch, I think that it always adds more excitement and it almost adds the little things like you said, because we've all seen movies, we've all seen shows where they show us deleted scenes and we're always like, damn, dude, like this should have been in the movie, this should have been in the episode. So I think it's great. It's great that they're adding an extra 20 minutes. They're filling it out with more content, and they're probably making it a better episode.
I agree. All right, let's move on to our last topic of the day. So WB is looking to start production for both Justice League Dark and Batgirl. So after 2018, WB and DC have nothing set in stone. Batgirl's being written and directed by Joss Whedon, and Justice League Dark just lost its director Doug Liman due to scheduling issues. So thoughts on Justice League Dark and Batgirl being ready for a 2019 release? Bernie, what do you think about this?
Well, I'm going both ways again on this one. I think it's great that the Batgirl movie, overall we're getting slowly getting news about things getting rolling. We're moving things forward here. I feel like the only movie though moving forward is the Batgirl movie.
Yeah.
Justice League Dark, like you said, we just lost a director due to scheduling conflicts, and I think I wouldn't get my hopes up for that movie too much. But for the Batgirl, I'm definitely up for it. We've already seen that Joss Whedon is already taking over the Justice League movie because of Zack Snyder's
it's in personal
issues. And I think it's great that he has enough confidence to be taking over a movie and be like, okay, it's cool, the Batgirl, don't worry about it, guys, I got it ready for 2019. He's gonna start moving things forward with that movie as soon as he's done with Justice League, or maybe even during. But for the Justice League Dark movie, I don't have too much hope, and I don't want to get too excited for that one, just because they just lost a director, and I know how long I know the reputation WB has for holding off, getting on a director and maybe kicking them off and getting off. So it's a bad reputation there on the WB side. But like I said, I'm excited for Batgirl, not so much for Justice League Dark.
All right, so I do agree with Batgirl being the one that's farthest along. I think Joss Whedon has already an idea, and apparently Joss Whedon has already been working on Justice League now since the incident happened with
2
Zack
months
Snyder.
ago.
Was it 2 months ago or something like that? So he's already working on that. They're doing actually. Probably as we speak, they're doing reshoots already. Which every movie goes through reshoots. So they're
don't believe the media.
Yeah, so they're doing reshoots right now. And I guess Zack Snyder hired Joss Whedon to do a little bit of rewrites too. So they might change a few things here and there. But I'm not too worried about that. So I think Joss Whedon is putting Batgirl on pause right now as he finishes Justice League. And that's probably gonna take him all the way to November when the movie comes out, and then he'll probably get on the horse again for Batgirl. I think there's plenty of time for both movies. I think that if Batgirl, he, like I said, he probably has an idea. I think Justice League Dark, it might even be written by somebody else that we might just not be aware of. They just don't have a director now. So I think these movies may be ready for a 2019 release. I think that as long as they're ready by early next year, I would think, then start production and start filming by summer or fall of next year. I think they can have a good summer 2019 and then fall 2019 release date. Probably, but like you said, Batgirl being probably the one that's more suited for a summer release date, and Justice League Dark maybe an October, November release date.
Yeah, because I feel like Justice League Dark is kind of like the Suicide Squad kind of style movie where it doesn't require as much attention as a big blockbuster film, maybe like Batgirl.
And they can hit the what is it? I don't know what they can hit the lottery with this too. I mean, these characters are Constantine, Swamp Thing, and Enchantress. They decided to bring back Enchantress. They want to make her not that Enchantress, but they decided to kind of just do the Enchantress a little over again. And if they want to bring Cara Delevingne back, whatever. But these characters are something new for WB. So I don't know. I mean, I do think that it is possible for 2019, even though they have nothing lined up after Aquaman. What, Christmas 2018? They have nothing else. They have planned movies, but nothing has been confirmed as a release.
It's there already.
Yeah, and so I have no idea what's gonna happen after 2018. I don't even think WB knows until Justice League. That's when I think WB is going to make up their mind and say, all right, this is where we're heading.
Yeah.
Just because
they want to kind of see things from, it's like with the whole piece of news that we were talking about before, the Patty Jenkins, they want to play out their cards. They want to check to see if it's okay to do it. They're waiting for the green light, basically.
Because 2018, that means that they're only going to have one movie in 2018. That's Aquaman, and that's not till December of 2018.
Wow.
So they're literally going to go almost a whole year, 11 months without a DC movie until Aquaman comes out. So I think they are really. I think that 2018 year where they only have one movie, that's gonna be their year where they're already gonna decide what's gonna happen for 2019. That's what I'm thinking. Chriselle?
Well, let me break it in this. I'm gonna talk about Batgirl first.
Okay.
And I'm excited for Batgirl because this director and writer, and you guys remember him because of he did this movie, the Avengers.
Yeah, just this little movie. Sure.
Yeah, this little movie. It's not super bad.
Small blockbuster film.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Straight to DVD film.
So I'm
Disney Channel XD film.
I know. So I'm pretty excited because he did an amazing job. So I'm not worried about the Batgirl movie or anything to do with that, because you know his work and he's gonna be great. Now talking about the Justice League Dark, now I'm getting worried because we know that the director Dov Liman, it was a horror more type of thing of the director. And right now, like I was thinking, oh, the Justice League is gonna be dark. Oh, okay, so it's gonna be about more serious characters in there and stuff like that. And now that we are not getting that, I'm just started thinking like, what is the plan now? So I hope they come out with something quick. and because we know about WB and they take time to pick the director sometimes, and they have to be like something that they can be working with the scheduling, because I know they have a lot of things that they want to do, but you have to like get one thing done and then pass to the next one. So let's make sure you have the directors ready with the schedule and stuff, and then work in the other areas, because you have to like organize yourselves.
Yeah, I mean, it just says that Doug Liman just left due to scheduling. I was actually excited for Doug Liman to actually do Justice League Dark, just because was the Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, he's done he's done a Bourne, so it's. I was excited to see that. I was excited to see. Oh, I mean, not as excited as the Guillermo del Toro when he was attached to it. But I was excited. Yeah. I was excited for this, and then he has to leave due to scheduling. I wonder if WB maybe just said, you know what, we're gonna hold off on this, and he said, well, I gotta work. Yeah. So how about I just leave the project and you guys just kind of move forward, just because I can't really sit around waiting for you guys to know when you guys are ready to kind of start this continue this universe, because I like I said, I think they're gonna really pause after Justice League and say, okay, look, we've only committed to Aquaman. Yeah, we haven't committed to anything else. Here we can put the wheels in motion into a film that we said, okay, this is where we're going, or we can say, no, you're stopping, you're gonna we're fast tracking you're stopping, and this and this and that. So I think they're at a point where they're gonna just kind of slow down once Justice League comes out, and if it's any good, they're gonna say, okay, Batgirl, Justice League Dark, go ahead, this is where we're moving, and stuff like that.
It's like Justice League is like their breather movie. Like, oh, they've worked so hard with Batman, with Superman, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, all these movies, and after, and I could see why they might release Aquaman in 2018. Maybe it's just like they're Justice League is done. Okay,
taking a break. Done.
Take a break. Okay, let's start moving forward with the next movies. I feel like that's somehow how they're working.
Yeah. So I mean, I find it hard to believe that WB and DC are not going to have a film for 2019. They already have only one film for 2018. I don't think they're going to run the risk of just doing one. I think they're going to say, we're ready. 2 films are coming out in 2019, maybe even 3. I would even put Gotham City Sirens on there, just because I do think that I do think Gotham City Sirens and Batgirl are probably the ones that are farthest along. Even Suicide Squad 2. Okay. It might be far along too. I think that one's being written already. So I would say any of those 4 films is going to be probably suited for a 2019 release. But again, it really depends on what happens with Justice League. It depends of, hey, you know what? Batman is still being, people are still screaming for Batman. Let's get the Batman movie out, because they still have Matt Reeves still attached to that Batman movie. So they might be like, all right, help us out. Let's get this out in 2019. And there's still time, because November, there's still time to keep planning out a film to have it ready for 2019. At least, I would say the earliest would be summer. Yeah. If they try to shoot anything earlier than summer 2019, I think they're running the risk of it being too fast. Fall or next year. Yeah. But I think they have summer and fall of 2019. They still, as long as they start doing, setting the motions after Justice League, they have time for something. That is it for us today, guys. Thank you for joining us on Fandom Fuel News. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Check out some of our other videos over there. Subscribe to our channel down there. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.